Hello, good morning everyone and respected sir. My name is Jayanto Vega. I'm from Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar. Pursuing my BTech degree in Instrumentation Engineering branch. Now I'm going to discuss about industrial instrumentation. Oh. First of all, in industry, we need to control and measure 4 parameters: pressure, temperature, flow, level. 4 parameters: pressure, temperature, flow, and level. So pressure is the force per unit area, but force should be perpendicular to the surface. This is pressure. There are some small units in pressure like Pascal. Pascal equals to 1 Newton per meter square. And in industry, we mostly use some big units. Not that Pascal is suitable. So we use some big units like 1 bar approximately equals to 1 kg per centimeter square, equals to in PSI units 15 PSI. PSI means pound square per inch, and there are some similar units like 760 millimeter of mercury coulomb and 10,000 millimeter of water coulomb. So in industry, first of all we need to sense the pressure. So we need the pressure sensors. Like there are 3 types, like diaphragm and Bourdon tube, bellows. Diaphragm is particularly a type of plate in which some existing fluid is there. Diaphragm is mainly used because if some working fluids are entered to the instrument, that can damage the instrument. So to avoid that situation, we use a diaphragm. That the working fluid just get in touch with that diaphragm plate and expand the existing fluid in the diaphragm, and that will shows the result in our meter. That basically in pressure transmitters, diaphragm is used to construct pressure transmitters. And there is another one is Bourdon tube, which is used to construct pressure gauge. Pressure gauge is mainly used in like our everyday life, bike, measuring the air pressure of bike tires, etc. And there is one is pressure switch. In pressure switch, bellows is used. In pressure switch, the pressure switch. There is one bellows is there, and there is one scale. There is one knob. Bellows is this pressure switch is mainly used to on or off the some critical circuits. And if we set to this point to like 10 kg or 3 kg, if the pressure get this point, then the pressure switch automatically cut off or cut on. They're the works of pressure switch, and that's all. And in industry, there we have seen there are various types of installation of pressure gauge in industrial. This is a pipeline, and there is a one we need to install one impulse line. Control valve is there. Here we use the control hood. This means isolation valve or control valve to, if some mechanical purpose, if we need to remove this pressure gauge, so the fluid should not be pass out from the that pipe. So
what we use to install temperature element in a pipe?
Thermowell.
Show me how. Why you are using this thermowell?
Means
Why are you using this thermowell? Thermowell क्यों use कर रहे हो?
thermowell. Since the temperature of, because there is one here coil is there, no sir, one RTD is some like sense the heat, it needs to sense the heat.
That is okay, but why we are using that thermowell? Thermowell क्यों लगा रहे हैं? नहीं लगाते तो क्या होगा? Thermowell अगर नहीं लगाओगे तो क्या होगा? डायरेक्ट अगर RTD लगाते हो वहाँ पर
तो सर उसको वहाँ पे सर ऐसे कंट्रोल भाग तो नहीं लगा सकते ना, कंट्रोल भाग तो नहीं लगा सकते, तो इसलिए थर्मल लगाते हैं, क्योंकि टेम्परेचर सेंसिंग में तो वो कंट्रोल भाग नहीं लगा सकते. ये मतलब ये सेंस करने के लिए, सेंस करके उसको डाटा वो PLC में भेजने के लिए. लोकल मॉनिटरिंग डिवाइस
थर्मोवेल नहीं थी, डायरेक्ट कैसे हमने थर्मोकपल उधर थर्मोकपल या RTD या फिर टेम्परेचर को भी लगा दिया. थर्मोवेल यूज नहीं किया, क्या होगा? थर्मोवेल यूज नहीं करोगे तो क्या होगा? फिर मिलो के आ जाएगा ना, आप कैलिब्रेशन या फिर चेंज कैसे करोगे इंस्ट्रूमेंट?
just forward sir, just forward.
फ्लूइड निकल के आ जाएगा अगर थर्मोवेल नहीं लगाओगे. चलो ठीक है, कुछ ऑटोमेशन के बारे में बताओ.
ऑटोमेशन एंड इट इज डिस्कस द फ्लो लेवल ऑटोमेशन. In industrial purpose, we use that PLC, DCS, and SCADA. PLC, there is a power supply, CPU, analog input, analog output, digital input, digital output, RTD, thermocouple. These are temperature sensing cards, and in PLC there are 6 types of cards are available, and these are analog input, analog output, and digital input, digital output. This analog input and analog output, this operates in between 4 to 20 milliampere, 4 to 20 milliampere current, and this digital input, digital output operates in 0 to 24 volt. In case of digital input, from 0 to 5 volt, it considers as zero logic 0, and from 18 to 30 volt, it considers as 1 logic. 18 cents, 18 to 30 volt, it considers logic 1. And in PLC, first of all, it includes input scan, logic execution, output scan, and housekeeping. it obeys this cycle. And in case of PLC, we need to program some ladder logic programming language, and there are FBD free block diagram programming languages there, and one is Boolean logic is there, and some
ladder logic कैसे लिखते हैं?
ladder logic. If we need to light up
Suppose one switch and one bulb.
one switch and one bulb. This is
तो अगर होल्ड करना हो तो
what's it?
होल्ड करना हो तो okay, thank you.
This is how it is.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Denjal Mosari, and I'm from Udalguri. And I'm pursuing my BTech degree from CIT Kokrajhar. So here in this 1 month training, I have learned many things. So now I'm going to present a short presentation on what I have learned. So I will start with power plant. So first of all, what is power plant? So power plant is a place where generally electricity is generated, and their electricity is generated on the principle of Faraday's law. So there will be a magnet which have two poles, north and south, and which will produce a magnetic field, and between them a stator will be there. So when we rotate the stator, flux will induced in the stator, and current will be produced, will flow through the stator.
How can you rotate a stator?
Sir-
Stator is something which is static.
So sir, to rotate a stator, sir, we need turbine.
Stator is something which is static. Stator can be rotated. So it is a coil.
Coil.
Stator is that one which is static part. Rotor is to be rotated. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is your coil. Next.
So the coil will be rotated by the turbine. There will be a turbine, and which will be connected to the rotor with some gearbox. So now classification of power plant. Sir, power plant are generally classified into two categories: captive power plant and independent power plant. So what is captive power plant? Sir, captive power plant is something where electricity is generated and it is used for their own purposes. They are not using for the others. And on the other hand, independent power plant. Independent power plant is what where electricity is generated and it is supplied to the consumers, and by supplying the power, they earn money. So now on the fuel used, the power plant are divided into four categories. They are thermal power plant. In thermal power plant, heat is used, and wind power plant. In wind is required to rotate the turbine, and in nuclear hydel power plant, water is required. So now let's take an example of thermal power plant. So in thermal power plant, let us take an example of steam. Steam turbine. So in steam turbine, steam is required. So now so in steam, the main three things which are required are water, air, and fuel. So first of all, there will be a water treatment plant. So in water treatment plant, water will be taken from some river, and here in water treatment plant, because river water contains some impurities in it, like example like mud, sand. So this will be purified here, and it will be sent to the DM tank. In DM tank, the water will be demineralized, as we can in boiler we can only use the demineralized water. So from the DM tank, water will be going to the deaerator. So in deaerator, the free oxygen which are present will be removed, and after that it will be going to the boiler feed pump, and from boiler feed pump it will go to the numerator. So in numerator, the water will be preheated, and from that the water will be going to the boiler. So in boiler there are many sections. There are there are drums, and they will be having water tubes. So in the water tubes, water will be dropped, and here the water will be heated by giving air and heat. So from there steam will be generated, and it will be stored on the top. So from the top, the steam will be taken to tubes, and it will be gone to the convection superheater. So in convection superheater, if the steam will be heated, and it will be taken to the desuperheater. In desuperheater, it controls the temperatures of the steam. So if the steam is too hot, then it will control it to the amount of temperature which
How you can control temperature?
Sir, by giving some water drops.
Water spray.
Yeah.
So what you can do to regulate this water spray? आप क्या यूज कर सकते हो उसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए? क्या यूज करोगे ताकि आपका वाटर स्प्रे जो करोगे उसको कंट्रोल करना है ना? क्या यूज?
Furnace. Okay, sir.
ओके, आप कुछ ऑटोमेशन के बारे में मेजरमेंट।
Sir, in industry there are four. So in industry we need to measure four major categories, four major terms, and they are temperature, pressure, level, and flow.
How can you measure the flow?
Sir, to measure flow in a pipe, we will give some orifice plate. In case of liquid, orifice plate. So when liquid will flow through here, since there is only small space here, so the water will strike at very high speed, and it will strike the nearby wall at like this something position. So now with the help of differential pressure transmitter,